Hello, welcome everyone. Happy Wednesday. We are back with our resident rock star on tour here, fresh out of the Diwali party in New York today, Miami tomorrow. Pavan, how was life on tour?
Oh, wow. Now I know how Mick Jagger felt. Oh, well, we had this great Diwali party, which Anna was supposed to be at, but Bill Pipes.
Yes. Tell me about it.
But Bill Pipes didn't share the invitation. He was supposed to. Shame on him. Now after this call, I know what's going to happen. He's going to go bust his chops.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we had almost, I think, 700-800 people turned out to the party. I have to still go through the database and see the final tally. But, yeah, my house was packed, and it was fun. We had kids, because this party, we allowed kids for our friends and family and neighbors. The kids everywhere, and, it was just people jumping in the pool and just everything. And we had 3 DJs, and
oh, wow.
It was incredible. And the
that
music,
was in New York?
No, Puerto Rico, my house in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Your island there?
The island on the island.
The island on the island. That's amazing. Sounds like a lot of fun. Can't wait to see the video.
Yes. Well, you're going to have to come to Dorado, Puerto Rico one day, you and Bill, and see it for yourself.
I would love to. Yep.
So today, our special guest, Anna Ferrari, she is amazing, incredible story. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship. I'm going to talk about coaching. She is Bill Pipes' partner in Pipes Coaching. What is the technical official name of the company? I just know him as Coach Pipes.
G3 Coaching. G3. Yep. Great and grow.
Yeah. Yes. But Bill's one of the great coaches in the industry. And we're going to talk about how he got into coaching because his experience comes from real estate and mortgages. And Anna, being close to him, has a great story about that. So Anna Ferrari, where were you born and how did you end up in this jet set lifestyle of the rich and famous in real estate and coaching?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did say I've been in the United States for 23 years, born and raised in Brazil. I moved here when I was 18 years old. I just gave away my age. Anyhow, yeah, I've been, I have a past of SBA lending, made a career in SBA small business lending. I own a life insurance brokerage. We do policies for SBA loans. I met Bill close to 3 years now. And he's coaching. I'm with my company at the time, and we both, I'd say about a year. We're getting close to a year now. We both decided to part ways with the companies that we were at the same time. Not nothing that was agreed upon, but it just happened. It was just at the same time, and I decided to join forces with him and start the coaching business. We started just him and I. We have now 8 employees. 4 coaches, interviewing another coach next week, and it's been a great ride. It's been amazing. So
what drew you to entrepreneurship and starting your own business years ago?
It takes a lot of courage, to leave the steady paycheck, right, every 2 weeks and go into just, knowing that it's in your hands, right? You eat what you kill, right? And so just to wake up every morning with that mindset that I got to pick up the phone, I got to make those calls, I got to prospect, I got to go after my clients is different, right? And a lot of times you put a lot of work in the beginning with very little return, right? You don't see the light. That's it's hard to believe and keep going. So the one thing that I learned the most is where to find that strength to wake up every day and just keep going and doing it again and again. It's easy to do it when, sales are pouring in and you're making a ton of money. It's very easy to wake up the next day and do it again. You're like, this works. Now, right now with the market the way it is, right? And we're pouring in a lot of work, double, triple work and not seeing return. That's when things get hard. That's when we need to have triple the faith, triple the courage to keep doing. And it's been a tough year, but I think it's been very, very, very rewarding.
And what
learned a lot.
Yeah. And what you were telling me something before the call started about how when you first met Bill and you were getting coached by him.
Yeah. I mean, in the beginning, I was like, I have the most amazing coach next to me and I'm very, very stubborn and think I know it all, right? So first it took a lot of courage for me to go to him and ask for help. And I said, can we talk about my business and can we sit down and how do I get out of the situation? And I feel like defeated. I make calls, I'm doing marketing, I'm doing the posts, I'm doing the videos, I'm doing the TikTok, I'm doing I feel like I'm doing everything. And he said, well, how many calls are you making a day? And then we go into Bill's coaching and prospecting and scripting. And one, I had to share my script with him. Okay. And I thought I had it. I thought it was amazing. It was the best script ever. I thought it, I had it, and I read it to him, and he looks at me and he's like, "Oh dear, you need some help. I'm so sorry." So that was the first thing. Okay. It was horrible. So he redrafted my script and he said, "How many calls are you making a day?" And I said, "A lot." "Well, what's a lot?" And I said, "I don't know, maybe 20. And he said, 20, I need you to make 100. So that's going to take me all day. He's like, "Then take all day. I need you to make all day of calls. And then you come and complain to me." So that's how it started. New script, getting back on the phone, fresh, making my calls, reporting back to him. He's like, "How many conversations did you have?" I said, "Maybe 5. How were they conversations? Were they good? Were they meaningful?" I said, "Yes, they were amazing." So just having someone there, coaching me through it and picking me up when I was down and giving me that extra push to do it again the next day, that was key. That was everything.
So Bill better than most people.
I hope so. Yes. I do.
And I know our audience is going to be just really excited about learning more about Bill. And a lot of people listening here are been coached by Bill for years. And so can you spill any secret sauce, any secrets about Bill, and especially embarrassing secrets?
Bill, we lived together for a little bit, and I'm not lying. He wakes up, the way he is on stage is how he is when he wakes up. Okay. A normal person like me, I have to wake up. I need my coffee. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 coffees, right, in the morning. Bill wakes up. He gets out of bed. He stands up, he goes, and he's ready to go. I have never seen anything like that in my life. This energy that he has is pure energy. It's no coffee. It's no energy drink. He has his herbal supplements that he takes. He's very healthy that way. He has his little drops of cayenne pepper and this and that, but just natural, pure energy. The man wakes up, and that's in him. He loves what he does. I think that's what drives that excitement. The motivation is he wakes up and he gets to do what he loves to do. He's happy. He's ready. He's like, I want to get on the phone to those people. He loves his clients. He loves to be there for his clients. When he has to reschedule or he's out of town, I can tell that he feels it. He misses that. So, but yeah, for the longest time, I'm like, how does he wake up with that energy? I don't understand. That's unhuman to me. It is unhuman to me, but he's got it. Yeah.
Most people who are at the top are unhuman in some way. And I can tell you, I wish I had that kind of energy that Bill does. He's just phenomenal. He's so contagious when you're around him. So when did you and Bill, and that's a personal question, when did you and Bill get together personally? And then when did you and Bill start a business together?
Business, 9 months. I met him close to 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
It'll be 3 years. Yeah.
And the other big question that I'm sure is burning a lot of people's minds right now, how is it like being in business with also your partner?
I think that for us, it saved our relationship. I really think so. We work really well together, believe it or not. We communicate very well. And I feel like, coaching and the real estate world is such a big part of his life, right? He's always traveling to speak. He's coaching every day. And I was not part of that. So doing business with him and understanding the industry and knowing his friends and the people that were around him, his goals played a huge, huge part in our relationship. We work very well together. It's amazing. I know it's odd. It's doesn't happen a lot, but for us, it's incredible. It was life-changing for our relationship, actually.
That's great. So talking about life-changing, if you hit that like and subscribe button, your life will change. I guarantee you that.
It will change.
It will change infinitely better, because at AngelAi and SunWest, we say you are infinite and unlimited. You just have to let that out. So hit that like, subscribe button and let it out. Let your infinite potential flow. And Anna Ferrari is going to give you some coaching today. He's going to tell you all about Bill Pipes and how she's built an empire. Or the two of them together had built an empire. And so one of the questions that get asked often is, so Bill is like an amazing coach, and he's also amazing at real estate and finance, and he had a mortgage company, a very successful mortgage company at one point. So the question is always like, okay, well, if he's so good at real estate and finance, why isn't he making deals and making a ton of money, and why is he coaching and making a ton of money?
Right. That's a great question. It's an honest, great question. He's done it. He's done it all, right? He's made his money. He owned a mortgage company. He learned everything that he needed to. And he's at a point where his life where his passion is teaching, his passion is coaching. It goes back to what I was saying, that when he wakes up, he's energized, he's happy. So he wants to give it back. His dream was to be a college professor, actually. So he gets to do that through coaching. So, sometimes in life, money is not everything. You make all the money. He's made all his money. We're happy. We're at a point where, it's giving back. He wants to give back, and he gets to do it every day. And that's what makes him alive, excited, and full of energy.
That's really great, to see that in this selfish world. You have people that will say, okay, there's something more important than just, buying another Ferrari.
Yeah.
No pun
and then he met the Ferrari of his dreams. So what else does he need? Pavan, come on, right? He's complete. He gets to do what he loves. He's with the person he loves. I mean, we're done.
Okay. So what is the vision for E3 coaching? Where is it headed? And I understand the partnership is, Bill and you're basically, I guess, like the COO, I would guess, right?
Operations. That is right. Operations. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
We just,
No, go ahead.
Yeah. We just had our first event. You were there. Huge success. Right? We sold out and had, an extra 30 people. Amazing. Thank you for being there. We are planning 3 more events for next year. He wants 4. I said 3. They're going to be amazing. Probably, most likely, Nashville is going to be our next one. We're shooting for March or April. And, we're hiring new coaches. We are, we're doubling our size within the next 6 months. So there's a lot of work coming up here.
Remarkable. And so I was very fortunate to be at the last event. And how would you describe the people who came and attended the event? And one of the things I did notice in general, my general observation was people were highly attentive, highly engaged. I mean, the room was packed. There wasn't an empty chair in the room. I think some people were standing, and they were completely 100% engaged, and they were right on time. And it was on, and they were listening and taking notes and paying attention all 3 days nonstop.
Right.
So tell me about the kind of people who come and who come to your events and who participate with E3 coaching.
Absolutely. I mean, there was a mix of everything, right? We had some million producers, big teams, solo agents, new agents. There was a mix of everybody, and I feel like there's something for everyone, right? I'm sure you even, shared with me, you had a chance to learn a few things. So I think there's something for everyone. You are going to leave the event, right, learning something new. It was very hands-on, right? We had, daily activities. We practiced scripts right there and then, right in front of everybody. So a lot of hands-on practicing. You go home and you just don't sit there and listen. You get to actually do it and put it in practice right there and then, and go home with new skills. Like, go home, ready to implement, everything that you learned. And also, I'd say it's a very, very inspirational event. Not only you get to learn from Bill and hands-on, book, taking notes, writing it down, practicing. We had amazing inspirational speakers with amazing life stories. And I mean, there's so many people, so many stories that people that left there and said, gosh, some of the things that I heard, it changed my life. Or I just got home and I'm ready to rock it. I'm so excited to do well in my business and to grow this and that. So yeah, it was great. It was amazing. It was more than I expected.
But one thing I could say, I try to listen to as much of it as possible while I was there. It's like, hey, free education. Why not? So,
right.
And I've been in the industry my whole life. And I thought I knew everything about real estate. And I was like,
and you learn.
And I was busy taking notes. Every hour I picked up at least 4 or 5 things that I'd never thought about before. I was like, oh my God.
There you go.
And so, I interacted with a number of the big team leaders that were there, and they were all saying the same thing. And I can't even imagine how helpful it must have been to the new and the younger agents.
Young agents, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So you said there's 3 more events next year. Are you going to have smaller events? And then the other thing is, like, how does somebody, they attend the event, they go there, they get all recharged. Do they have to wait 6 more months for the national event to learn more? Or what do you do in the meantime, in the middle?
Right. No, it's a great question. We have launched our G3 Nation membership. And so between events, I mean, one thing that you get with a membership is $99 a month. And not only you get access to the events at a discounted price. So we're going to do that. I think it's like 30% off of the event, but you get weekly webinars with Bill. So like one-on-one time with him. And we're going to have a library with tons of scripts. I get people asking me for scripts all the time. So they're all going to be stored in our library. So you have access to that. A bunch of training materials from Bill, a lot more. So G3Nation.com, so you can get the full spectrum of everything that you get for only $99 a month.
And I'll put that in the chat here as well. G3Nation.com.
Yep.
And speaking of chat, don't forget to ask your questions. We are live, and Angel will be answering your questions throughout.
We are live. Look at that.
So more you engage, the more information you will get out of Anna and Bill Pipes and E3 Coaching. This is a free 1-hour session that you normally have to pay tens of thousands of dollars for, right, Anna?
There you go. That's it.
So people can sign up for basically a standard coaching package. And I guess you have different layers, different levels of coaching packages. And so you come out, you go to one of these events, you come out recharged, and you can keep that charge going on forward.
Yeah, it's a lot of resources. There's a lot of, so you don't feel like you're alone and you're, you have to wait for another event to get. I mean, we're going to be also hosting, there's so much. We're going to have a women's only webinar, monthly webinar. Okay. We're going to have a retreat actually that I'm putting together for the month of February. So you get a discount to go to that as well. But yeah, I think it's a great way to also stay motivated, stay together, in a community where you can get help, and there's other people there with you. And we're going to get on Zoom. We had a call last week after the event, right, with the attendees from the event. It was amazing. It's where you can get, raise your hand and ask Bill questions, and he's going to answer you right away, right there on the chat. So amazing value, and for one-on-one time with him.
And Angel, your turn. You've been too quiet.
I'm just soaking it all in, every tidbit. So, well, you told us about your decision to become an entrepreneur. I'm sure there's a lot of ups and downs in that, as well as, getting to that point. So what can you share? What kind of advice do you have for people as they're, especially in this market, maybe hitting some challenges? What kind of mindset do you keep?
Right, for sure. Don't be afraid to, ask for help. If you can afford coaching, I think it's a great way to have someone there holding your hand throughout everything. Okay. But, be around the people that, want your success, the people that, surround yourself with good information and there's a lot of good channels and a lot of good information out there that you can, stay motivated. But Bill talks a lot about your morning routine. I also talk about a night routine, but it's very, very special, important to stay on track, right, with everything in life. Okay. So having your life in order, I would say, physically, but spiritually, and I mean, all those things play a big, big influence in, how you perform during the day and how you, go after your prospecting and your goals and all that. But yeah.
Whether it's a morning or a night routine, what are some suggestions you would give people to add to their routine if they don't have one?
Reading. And it's one thing that for me was very hard, but, put your phone away at night, put your phone away in the morning, right? We tend to wake up and the first thing that we do is we grab our phone, right? So start doing a little thing where you get up out of your bed, don't touch your phone, right? Go to the bed, go to the bathroom, do whatever else, but don't touch the phone. Same thing at night, right? Put the phone away, even if you lay in bed, but the screen time, I think is crucial. But the reading, I incorporated some reading into my routine, and just sometimes 5 pages, sometimes 10 pages. But exercising has been also very, very important for, mindset. I get in what I can. And some days I'm busy. I'm crazy busy, right? We're like pulling 12, 14-hour days. And it doesn't matter if it's 15 minutes, get your butt into the gym and do something, right? Move your body 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Just get in as much as you can. Even if it's a little bit, it will do amazing things for your brain psychologically. Just to know, one, you've done it, check, right? And your endorphin is your hormones and everything that's doing for it. Just, get your butt there and do a little bit of exercise. So
I think that's such a great point of doing something, whether it's exercise wise or reading wise, being in that routine. And, if you only have time for 5 pages, or if you only have time for 15-minute workout, you did it and you kept that routine. I think that's so important. And sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves to where if I can't read the whole book, then I fail.
I'm not going to do it. Right. Yeah. No, absolutely.
One of the things you were saying earlier about how when you first made the switch into entrepreneurship, how the beginning was difficult and you struggled and there was challenges. Am I right?
Oh yeah, especially when you're home, right? And I didn't have to go to an office. My office was right there next to my bed on my computer. So it's very, very easy to wake up and just, dick around and, find other things to do. So creating a routine and telling myself at 8 a.m, I'm going to be up, changed, right? If I was going to the office and I'm going to sit in front of my computer and I'm going to start, my day, I'm going to read my emails, I'm going to prospect. So creating a routine as if I was going into the office and working, that was very, very important for me to stay on track, not putting in appointments that were not work related during the day, right? Things like that.
So you went through a period of struggle. I think everyone who's ever done entrepreneurship has sometimes more than one period. I know I've had multiple periods of ups and downs. So you how did that first success feel like when you broke through and you're like, I did it? How did that feel like? Can you talk about that? What was that moment?
Right. It was close to after 3 months of zero income, of nothing closing. Okay. Just having, policies in escrow that were pending this and that, and just having the belief that something was going to close. But I was going into 3 months with zero income, with nothing coming in. And when I had that one closing, it was just, and then I had another one and then another one. So all that hard work of the 3 months just started paying off, at the end of the month 3. That's when I start seeing things happen. I mean, amazing. It's just a feeling of accomplishment. It's like, I do it. I left my W-2, job and I'm doing this. This is mine. And I built it and I conquered, I made it. So amazing. So there's nothing else. There's no going back. The struggles, I would trade these struggles, for anything. I would do it all over again.
In that time period when you were building, I'm sure you had plenty of doubts and second guesses.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For sure.
And you probably had a lot of moments like, what the heck am I doing? Did I make the right decision? Right. Did you get a lot of people telling you what did you do? And this was not a good idea.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people that are like, hey, you can always just go get a job, or you can go do something else that's easier, that, you can, are you sure you're going to do that? I mean, you need to pay your bills, go get a job. And I just kept thinking like, no, this is going to be okay. It's going to pay. It's going to just look forward. And I had a partner too, in the business that there were days that I had to call him, and be like, I don't want to do anything today. I don't want to make a phone call. I'm done. I don't have it in me. I have nothing left. Please, I don't. And there was days like that where I had to reach out to him. And this is funny because when I'm quiet, when I'm down, when I have those days that I'm like, I don't believe it, I'm tired, I just get quiet, right? I don't answer my phone. I don't answer text messages. And, and my partner reached out to me, and then he called me 2 or 3 times before I even picked up. And then he texted me. He's like, I know what's going on. You need to call me. He knew I was down, right? So just picked me out of my little, I had my little crying party, and he got me out of it and, pulled me back up and said, have your time. We're done. Get back up. We're going to start fresh tomorrow. And you know what? One thing that Gary Vee said this a few weeks ago at the event that I went to, and I loved what he said is, sometimes, and we are going to have those days where like everything is going wrong. You wake up, right? And it's going wrong. Your tire is flat. Your kid just, had a good, whatever, right? It's okay to call it off, call it a day, go do something fulfilling with your family, something that brings you joy, go to bed, wake up, and start over, so.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that's the reason why you become an entrepreneur, is so that you can make those calls for yourself.
Exactly.
But that making those calls also comes with a responsibility to follow through and finish work.
Yep.
Work twice as hard the next day. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Usually what I do when I have those kinds of moments is I will say, okay, I'm going to do something productive for the business, but something that I really like to do. Okay. So in any business, anything that you do, you have 2 hats. You have what you need to do, right? Like, let's say you like cooking. Well, everyone who likes cooking likes the cooking part, but hates the cleaning part.
Yep.
Right. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the cooking part right now, because that's what I like to do. And we'll do the cleaning part when my mood is back to where it needs to be.
There you go.
And then guess what? You're still productive and you're still at 100%. So that's my 2 cents of wisdom. Is this how I handle it? So I'll just switch to something that I enjoy. This makes me really happy. And then I'll switch back and I'll say, okay, now let me get back to real work. Or let me get back to work that I have to do, but I don't like to do, but I have to do.
That's a great one.
Yes.
Yep. That's good.
Okay. So did you have the pleasure of watching my presentation last week
I sure did. It was lovely. Yes.
And what did you
I
think?
want to know more. I know you stopped right there when I'm like, okay, well, tell me more. So yeah, tell me more. I want to know more about AngelAi.
Yeah. Well, the problem is like Bill's got this timer and we were like -5 minutes and it was beeping at us like, what are you guys doing?
It's like, can we have part 2 tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I know you all used AngelAi to actually help build. I don't think you did it yourself. I think somebody in your team worked with us, and you used the free lead prospecting parts of it and the mailing pieces and so forth. A lot of good stuff you guys use it, and still you only scratch the surface of what its capabilities are. So, but before we get into that, before the call, you were telling me that you do use AI in general a lot. Can you share with the team, with our audience, which is one big team? We are one big happy team here, all learning together. Share with our team how do you use AI and how has that helped your business?
Basic editing. If I write a post or a piece or a mailer, an email, I will use it to, correct like grammar. I will just run it through, just, make sure I have my grammar right. But create posts for Instagram, Facebook, social media, things like that. So just basic use. I'm sure there's a lot more that I could use it for that I'm not fully utilizing. So, but it's amazing.
Yeah. And what I just heard from you is what a lot of people say these days is they use it to help them create content and edit their content. And how much time do you think that has saved you in your day?
Oh my God. Like I can't live without it now. It's like, I can't go back to not having it. It's like, yeah.
Exactly. And that is the exponential growth that people experience once they become AI powered. And you've only scratched the surface. And that reaction is now, realtors and loan officers that have adopted AngelAi and got their head around it, like really take the time to say, this is, so much it can do. Once they start using it, they're like, I can't go back. It is,
life-changing.
Yes, exactly. It's like email. Once you start using email, you can't go back. How did you live without email? Before you use email, it's like, oh, what's so important to that? But once you start it, then it's like, there's no
How did I live life before this, right?
Yes. It's one of those things. And AngelAi is, in fact, one of those things. So Human Angel who is here. And so can you show Anna a little bit about AngelAi and Anna and the team, the magical team that's watching us right now? Some of the cool capabilities. First is how do we get into it? Let's just start from the basics.
Yes. So let me get my screen going. So any of you watching can use AngelAi right now, actually, by going to angelai.com. So let me bring it up here. And I'll show you some of the cool features here on our call. But I also encourage you all, if you have not already, to join one of the workshops, the training sessions. So we do offer them for both originators and realtors. We do them every day so that we can keep them really small groups, so you can interact with the trainer and ask questions and get hands-on in the system. So as you are going out to angelai.com right now, this first top button up here, click here for workshop registration. That's how you get started with training. But if you click here, Ask AngelAi Now, it's going to bring you right out to the application. You're seeing on my screen AngelAi on desktop. It's also available on mobile, so you can use your mobile browser, and there is an app. So all of the functionality is available regardless if you are on your mobile browser, desktop browser, or the app. It's really user preference that you just hit Let's Chat and you'll start talking to her. So Pavan already mentioned that the team with G3 did use AngelAi for some of the advertisements. So they set that up by doing this quick and easy step. So you talk to AngelAi just like you're talking to a human being. So even if in training or here on these podcast demos, you see me say something specific to use one of the AngelAi features, you don't have to say exactly what I said. So AngelAi is has learned a lot and is continuing to learn the nuance of our language. So you are helping us train the AI by talking to it just like you would talk to a person.
Yeah, I think that's really important because I do get people coming to me and saying, well, how do I ask it this? Or or they could say, I asked it something and it understood. It didn't give me a wrong answer, but it didn't understand. It didn't understand my question. That's not what I meant. I said, that's okay. Just tell it that. Right. I said, if it gave you the answer to something else, or if it interpreted your question in a different way, I said, it's no different than a human being may not understand what you're saying. Like you can't possibly talk to a human all the time. And God knows my wife says she doesn't understand anything I'm saying anyway. So, it's like you can't expect a human to always understand you. So why would you expect an AI to always understand you? It's not a mind reader. So if you ask it something and it didn't understand and it went in a different direction, just say, oh, no, that's not what I meant. I meant this. Just be more clear and more complete. Right? It's garbage in, garbage out. So one of the keys to using AI, and you know this, Anna, is when you prompt it to get your marketing content created, the more information you give it as to what you want and how you want it to be, the better the results you're going to get. So if you think it misunderstood, you don't have to call help or call support. There isn't a support line. You call it something. There isn't a support line because there is no need for a support line. This is your support line. So you just tell it, I don't like that answer, or that's not what I was asking for. Let me explain again. Okay. Or let me clarify, just the way you would tell a human. This is what I really mean. Or you can even use language like, are you sure you're right about that? Because I think it should be this, or whatever. And it would go and reassess and reanalyze.
And to that point, you can also build on your question. So if the answer to your question sparked some more curiosity, or what about this change in the scenario? Just like you're talking to a person, you can continue to build on that conversation. Or a lot of times I'll get the question when I'm talking about the fact that she can do income calculation. So you can drop in income documentations and ask her to do an income calculation. Oftentimes people ask me if she tells you how she got to that calculation. And the answer is she's going to give you the calculation and what the usable income is. But if you want a breakdown of the math that she did, just ask her, how did you get that? And then she'll break it down for you. So
yes, I've had some competitors trying to say that it didn't understand what I wanted, therefore it doesn't work. And then I'm like, okay, well, let me look at the logs. And we take a look at it, like, well, you asked for salt and it gave you salt. You didn't ask for pepper, right? So anyways, hey, I want to throw a special surprise for our audience today. I want to share my screen, if that's okay with you, Angel. So I have
Go ahead. Yes.
All right.
You have my blessing. You're going to get a surprise visit from the puppy. And you said there was a treat.
Oh, yes, the puppy. Yes, maybe next time. So, in about a week from now, on the 16th and 17th, I am at this conference, North American Blockchain Summit, and I'm speaking alongside Vivek Ramaswamy, RFK Jr., Ted Cruz, Cynthia Loomis, Ron Wyden, and many others. I mean, so this is basically the bottom line is we are defining the agenda. The whole finance real estate industry is changing right now due to blockchain, due to technologies that are coming together, blockchain and AI. And those of you who may not be aware, we did actually give a full proof of concept walkthrough of our blockchain technology over a year ago in Vegas, and that video is on YouTube. And this year, and that was a special thing about our party that we had over the weekend, that whole event access to the party was all controlled by the blockchain. And anyone who attended the party got an NFT that is theirs forever and ever. And so there's only 800 of those NFTs were issued for that party, and they will become very valuable one day, we hope. They're going to be like trading cards, collectors trading cards. So if you are in the Dallas area, this is in Dallas, you just go to angelai.com/NABS and register for this conference. It is basically the leaders of industry are there, and you will learn everything about what's happening with government policy as well as technical leadership. And I think it's probably the only conference I've seen where you've got like the CTO of Google there, as well as numerous senators and other leaders, and all in one place, all talking about the same thing. So you're going to get the full spectrum. We got both sides of the aisle from the far left to the far right. So, and generally what I'm seeing is there's a lot of convergence on the idea that that AI and blockchain will lead the way to sort of the resurgence, American dominance over the next 20, 30 years. Just like how manufacturing did in the 50s and 40s, and then it was computer technology, and then it was internet. Now it's AI and blockchain. And America has this wonderful knack of being the leader and innovator and all this new stuff. Everything great and new that happens always starts off in America first. And just as an industry matures and it starts dying out, we got the next one. We always got the next one, right? Just when Sony started taking over, making all the TVs, it didn't matter. We took over the internet. It's far more valuable, right? So it's the same thing. It's like now we're going to take over AI and blockchain. Or we already basically all the blockchain mines, the great blockchain mines of the world, are in the U.S. All the mining is in the U.S. So I am bullish on America. I think our beginning. We're not a cresting superpower, world power. We're not a cresting economy. We're just starting. We're just getting started. And at the end of each wave, the old guard starts to feel like, oh no, we're losing our dominance. No, we will lose our dominance when we are no longer the leader in technology. When all the great ideas are no longer coming out of America. That's when we lose our dominance. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. So that's my plug for America. Go America, USA. Anna, you agree? America.
I agree. Yes. From not being here, yes, but I am an American now. So, yep, let's go. That's awesome.
Team America. Let's go team. Okay, so I'm going to get this back to you, Angel.
All right. So, and Pavan, do you have AngelAi to work promoting that event?
Yes, we do. You have AngelAi hard at work at this. In fact, she's the one who created that nice little flyer that you saw there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she can create marketing material as well. You just got to tell her what you need. So here, this is how Pavan himself, I bet, set up the lead marketing for the event. But here, I've just told AngelAi I have a file of leads for her to follow up on. The first time you're using some of these features, she's going to be learning information about you. But as long as you have an account, she will remember that information. So it just makes it even faster next time you want to use it. And that little paperclip icon in the text field there, that's how you attach documents. If you want to give her a document for any reason, like I mentioned the income calculation earlier, but in this case, I'm doing a file of leads. You also can drag and drop from your desktop. Fun fact.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
How does that work? Just where do you drop it into?
Just drag it from your desktop right into that text field there.
Really? Wow.
All right. So here she's asking me what I want her to do with the leads. So you can do phone campaigns, email campaigns, or both. I said both because I want maximum exposure. And then she offers to use my own email templates.
One thing though, I will point out when on that paperclip, when you click the paperclip on your desktop, you have 3 icons, like what kind of attachments. When you're on your device, you have a 4th icon, which is camera. So I get asked this question all the time. So if you're on your mobile device and you're with the customer, right? Whether you're a realtor or a loan officer, you're with the customer and the customer has some documents, you literally just hit the paperclip icon and then you hit the camera and you just take pictures and off to go. And AngelAi will start processing them. And that's it. That's all you got to do. So easy.
Incredible.
Okay.
All right. So Pavan, tell us about the event that you are in New York for today.
Oh, yes. I am in, well, not today. I'm in New York on Thursday.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. So that is the New You Recon. I'm there with Tom Ferry and David Kurz. I think we're expecting 400 to 800 agents in that. I think it's more than that, but anyways, no less than 400 agents. It's a huge event. And, Tom Ferry is a lead coach that's at that event. And then a number of top agents will be speaking and motivating the crowd. And of course, I do get my opportunity to speak as well. I did the same event last year and it was amazing. And that's actually when I met David Kurz the first time. And this year we got a whole AI segment focused this year on that in that event. So, but things have changed in the past 1 year. I mean, a year ago when I did the event, no one had barely, I think a handful of people had heard about ChatGPT. And I remember asking that question and a few people, like 2 or 3 people raised their hands about even had any idea what AI was. So a lot changed in 1 year. So actually you were at the event last year. Remember that? Remember we were I think it was in Miami. Or no, it was in Atlanta. That was the event we did in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right.
You were there, right?
I was. Mm-hmm.
And even then, we had some agents that I think they came up to you later, and then they said, I used AngelAi, like they saw the presentation, they went in, they asked some tough questions, like of some deals that they had in the pipeline, and in a few minutes they got the answer back, like this is amazing. And then once they understand that it's also warranted, that means whatever AngelAi tells you, SunWest stands behind. Will warrant those answers. Warrant the answers means we're not going to give you a gift certificate to Taco Bell or something. Warrant means
Wait, we're not?
we do something better than a gift certificate to Taco Bell.
Here I am waiting for my Taco Bell gift certificate. Silly me.
We will always take the answers AngelAi gives and honor them. Okay, so if AngelAi gives an answer saying the loan's approved and it shouldn't have approved it, you don't have to second guess because SunWest will fund the loan based on those answers. So the only exception to that is, of course, if you gave it bad data. If you gave it bad data or incomplete data, or the borrower say, got hit by a bus in between, we're not gonna. That'd be a shame. I wouldn't want to lose borrowers that way. I don't think I've ever lost a borrower to a bus, but if I did, I wouldn't be able to fund the loan. And you need to be alive.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying the scenario. All right. Well, we have just a few minutes left. Time flies when you're having fun. So, Anna, if you were to give your top 3 tips, top 3 pieces of advice for entrepreneurs in the industry or in any industry?
Stay informed. Yeah. Stay informed, make sure you're getting your information from good source. There's a lot of crap out there in the social media and the media today, right? It's easy to get discouraged if you're reading or getting your information from sources that are just not uplifting and it's just not correct. So make sure you're getting, information from good, reliable sources. Okay. 2, get a coach or have someone there that's going to be there holding your hand for those days that you need, work with somebody side by side with someone that's going to have your back, that's going to be there for you. And I would say 3, it is, have your life in order. And it's that combination that we said about physical, mental, spiritual. You have to have that, everything operating in, and you've got to be in a good space so you can, you can run your business, you can tackle your challenges, and you have this, functioning at 100%. So
excellent.
Attend our events and use AngelAi.
Yes. So by coaching, she means go to, what is it?
G3nation.com. Sign up for the membership. Yes, it is only $99 a month and you get a ton of value for that. I can't even begin to go over everything that we have. It's just a ton of value for $99. Or coachpipes.com. That is our website. And you can meet our coaches and our coaching programs and learn more about Bill Pipes.
Coachpipes.com, COACHPIPES.com.
That is right. Thank you.
All right. That was a wonderful session. Thank you so much, Anna.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for the free 1-hour coaching session.
Of course. Thank you.
I think I'm going to get an invoice from the accounting department in a little bit, but that's okay.
But it was free for the team.
Yes.
Yeah. If I can go to your parties, then it's free. Yeah.
Well, hey, wait a minute. Consider it fully paid because I gave the invitation to Bill.
You did get, okay. All right. We're even. We're good. Okay.
All right, everybody.
Angel, send the invite.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you all
you.
next week. And thank you, Anna. Cheers.
Thank you, Pavan. Thank you, Angel.
Thank you. Bye.